we have to write everything in the in between open curly brace and closed curly brace, or else we can specify the tag name separate by comma, or else if you want to apply some different properties to different tags, then we can go for using ID selector. Coming to C1, here what I am trying to do, I want to group everything as I want to apply some common attributes for this paragraph tag, this H6 tag, and these two paragraph tags, and H3 tag also. So why? Because what is the class name I have given? C1. So now let us see whether it will apply or not. Okay, sir, this is the content before this one. I am refreshing this one. So what happened? Please see here. This is paragraph 5. This is heading 3. Please see. Heading 3, same thing applied. Paragraph 4, same thing applied. Suppose if you change this one font style as text align as right, what will happen? Please see here. The content has been moved to right side. Okay. So in this way, we are going to see this one. Next one. This is another example. If you want to specify the heading tag followed by dot followed by the class name, then it will compulsory goes to the compulsory select to particular element only. Okay. Next one, external style sheet. So coming to external style sheet, so it contains a separate CSS file. Okay. Now up to now what we have seen, either we can specify the CSS in the line, or either you can specify the style property values by putting in the style tag in the head part. But why can't you go for another one? What is the third one? This is called external style sheet, external cascading style sheet. So we will be writing our HTML elements and all those things in the HTML document or HTML file, and we will be maintaining one separate file called .css file. Okay, why it is called? What is the extension? .css. CSS means cascading style sheet. Okay, which contains only the style code using the class name or ID name or tag name, etc. Sir, I already told you different selectors. One is tag selector, just by giving the tag name or simple selector name, simple tag name. Second one is ID selector. Third one is class selector. So whatever the change, whatever the styles or whatever the style CSS code you want to put, you have to put everything in the CSS file and save it with the extension called .css and give some file name. But what is the use? So here we are maintaining two files. One is HTML file and one is CSS file. So what is our intention here? There are two files. First you have to create HTML file. Second one, link the CSS file in your HTML file using tag in header section of the HTML document. Okay. So how to link that one? Please see here. Please see here. External HTML. So this is called HTML file. This is called external CSS file. So what is the extension type? .css. So please see here. Here we have written one this thing. What is that one? Link rel is equal to style sheet. H reference is equal to hyperlink reference is equal to external CSS dot CSS. Why he has given this one? Okay. What is this file name? External CSS. What is this file name? External CSS. Normal CSS file. So these properties or these cascading style sheet properties should be applied to these elements. Okay. What are the elements they have taken? If you see this one, link relation is equal to style sheet. We are telling that what is the relation for this one. So style sheet it is telling about. H reference. You have to give the file name from which file I have to see I have to apply the CSS styles. So external CSS.css. So please look at carefully. So here we are going to write the entire CSS code. I already told you this is a simple selector body. What is the style you have applied? Font style, italic, background color, sky blue, and H1 tag and paragraph tag. Similarly, we can write as many CSS codes with either with ID type selector or either with group selector or either with class selector. Okay. So what is the output if you do like this? So he has changed this one. So the relation attribute with value style sheet specifies that linked resource is a style sheet. This tells the browser to treat the linked file as a CSS and apply its styles to the HTML document. So this is the way. The only thing is we have to maintain two files. Instead of writing the styles in the head part itself, what we can do, we can write a separate file. We can write our CSS code in a separate file, and we have to save it with .css, and we have to use this link tag in the head part, head tag. Then these properties will automatically apply. Okay. So this is the way how to apply this one. Okay. So just I am going to use the simple tag called okay. Next one is okay, but here you have to use one more thing. Okay, what is this star? Star indicates. Suppose if you want to apply some common color for each and every element in the total HTML document, then you have to use star. Star indicates all tags, selects all elements. Okay. Next, if you see these basic properties, I have already told you. Next one, CSS combinators. Okay, this is called child selector. For example, you have specified div space greater than symbol p. That means what is the implication of this one? Selects every paragraph element that are direct children of div. That means it will apply the CSS code to only the paragraph element which is present in the div tag. Okay, that is called this one. And this one is selects all p elements inside div elements. Okay, that means descendant one. That means after div tag, what are the paragraph elements that are there, that will apply. Okay. Next one, if you see the background property, if you want to set the background color, if you want to change the background color, you have to use background color. If you want to change the background image, you can change the background image. And one more thing, just now, external style is external, internal. Here there is one more way to specify the color. Like either you can specify the color directly, or else you can specify like hash code. This is called hexadecimal code. Okay, which is of 6 digits. Okay, each digit value will range from 0 to F. So I am giving 0 0 0 0 0 0. So first 2 digits stands for red combination, red color. Second 2 digits stands for green, and third 2 digits stands for this one. Now we will refresh and we will see what is the color. For paragraph tag we have to see. Okay, if you want to apply this one only green. Let us look at green. This is not exactly green. If you want to apply green, you have to use. Okay, that values can be small letters or capital letters, 0 to F, small 0 to small letter small f or capital F. Okay, that means in between anything we can use. Okay, this can also so please see here, the paragraph tag has been changed. Its color as green. Okay, or else if you want to change or if you want to apply RGB combination, you can apply RGB combination. RGB, like you have to separate 3 values. These values should be range from 0 to 255. Suppose 76 I have given. Okay, 255, 0 I have given, and 0. Okay, then what you will get? Again green. Suppose you want to change it one as red. Then what is the color you have to give? 255, 0 0. So what you will get? Please see here. Red. Okay, so in this way also we can change the color. So we have some attributes called some property values. Background image specifies one or more background images to be used. Background position. So if you want to specify the position of the image, like left top, suppose here I have not used any image, but if you want to put image, you can put the image. Suppose if I am using some div tag. suppose here I am writing some welcome all. Okay, if I want to use, so here I am using in the first itself, so for better understanding. Okay, here I am using some tag called some style. Okay, div tag. Okay. So you can put like background, img. Then what is the property? Background image. URL. Some any path you can give, or else background position, left drop. In order to see this tag, we have to give compulsorily width and height. So width is one property, height is also one property. Suppose I am giving some 26 px and 40 px, and I am using some color as some color as background color, some red. I will show you one example. Background. Okay, if you see this one, background position, like that we have some other. So this is the code. So here I have used id is equal to div. This demo shows to specify the background image position. Okay, what is the height? I have given 200 pixels, border 10 pixels, dashed line, and color is black. And padding, what is padding? Padding is nothing but space between the content and the border. So background position x means it will arrange or it will place the corresponding data horizontally. That is, what are the values of the background position x, left, right, center. So background image URL. Okay, for example, this is the image I want to put. Okay, how it will be rendered? Please see this. Okay, if I am changing this one, dash in place of dash, if I use dot, then what will happen? So in this way we have to apply styles, 3 types of putting external style sheets. So we can use the page source, text decoration. Okay, this is strike, this is underline, this is overline. Please see the values supported by this one. Text decoration. What is the text decoration? How many heading tags? H1, H2, H3, H4. Okay, text decoration I have used as line through, underline. This one underline and overline. Okay, there are 4 values supported by this one: underline, overline, line through. So what will apply for line through means is that will be straight off. Okay, overline means upper line, underline means underline. So if you specify two things, means it will apply as it is. Okay. Next one, box model. Coming to box model, we can observe carefully. Here H1 I have used class equal to box. Okay, H1 dot box. That means it will apply this CSS properties only to the H1 tag with class name as box. Okay, what is the width I have given? 200. What is the padding? Okay, what is padding? Padding means, okay, the space between the content and the border, that is called padding. Okay, so here border. Okay, what is the border I have specified here? 15 pixels. That means border. What is the border I am using? 15 pixels, solid, black. So black border. Okay, margin. What is margin? Margin means the space between the edge, total entire document edge to the this text. Okay, so background color light blue. Okay, so if you see this, it has been applied like this. Padding. Padding means creating space inside the box. Okay. I already told you CSS selectors, element selector, class selector. Okay. Suppose if you give star as like this, then what will happen? Automatically your entire content will be placed in center. Okay. If you want to see this one, suppose if I use some tagline like this, then what will happen? Suppose if I use like this. Okay, here you got this one. Earlier I have given this one. Width is 40 pixel, background position left to top. Suppose left, right, left to bottom I have given. For example, left to bottom I have given. What will happen? Background position. Yes. So suppose if I use star and in this I have kept it as a text element center, so everything will be center. Okay, so what will happen? Let us check this one. Welcome all. Okay, welcome all will be kept as this because position left to bottom I have used. Okay, suppose right top, then how it will change this? This is the way how it will be, how you can apply different style sheets. Okay. So I already told you background positions, background position. So left top, left center, left bottom. right top, right center. These are the values of this one. And coming to this one, property values, background repeat. If you want to repeat, you can repeat. Here I have not used this one, but if you want to see the repeat tag, you can please see. Background repeat. If you specify repeat, the image will be displayed throughout the tag, throughout the top part. Okay, space. If you give space, it will create space for each and every, and it will repeat without clipping. If you give round, it is repeated switch start, stretch start to fill the spaces, no gaps. Okay, what is the difference here? Here, totally it will horizontally and vertically the image is repeated. Here, the image is repeated as much as possible without clipping. That means first and last images are pinned to each other of the element. Okay, and coming to here, it is repeated switched or stretched to fill the space, no gaps. Observe carefully, there is no space. Right? So next one is border style. What is border style? We can give some of the attributes supported by border style. Repeat. So please see here, background repeat. What are the values supported by this one? Repeat. This means we repeated will be, the image will be repeated horizontally and vertically. And repeat X. So repeat X means the image is repeated only horizontally. Repeat Y, repeated vertically. Okay. And background attachment. Attachment, what are the values? Fixed. Background attachment means, for example, please see here. Scroll, that means suppose if you put an image, if you don't want to scroll it, then you have to use fixed. Okay, if you want to scroll the image with the text, then you have to use scroll, background image. Next, initial means default value. Next, border. We can set the border like, okay, this is generally this is the common thing we are going to represent. Please see here, this is called border width, how much border width you should have, and border style. Okay, what style you have to use, and border color. Okay, what is the color you have to use? Like that border we can apply border, bottom, border, left, border, bottom style, border, bottom color, border, top color. Like that we have so many things, left color, border right. For everything we can specify. Okay.